Get you guys going. All righty. 30 seconds-ish a piece. Starting with some air squats here. Couple of our first ones, think about our feet, okay? So if you join me for our very first Instagram live workout, if I'm standing on that towel, I wanna try and create ripples in that towel by screwing my feet away from each other. Or if you're standing on a sheet of paper, we wanna tear that sheet of paper right down the middle. So what I see is my knees drive out. I don't want your feet actually moving, but that's the sort of tension we want to be generating. Gonna make you guys move today. Not a lot of rest. We'll keep things pretty high paced. If you absolutely need to skip around our Tabata to cover or to recover and stay on the pace, do so. All right, okay, feet underneath your hips, a little bit narrower than our squat, shoulders back, hinge over, feeling those hamstrings turn on, squeeze your glutes forward. Okay, back should stay nice and neutral here. We're not rounding forward. Again, there's a big differentiation. If you've been joining our Pilates classes for those roll down where we're trying to articulate those vertebrae over one another, this hinge, we want to stay stacked one on top of each other. Okay, next motion, we're going to combine those first two. A little bit wide in your feet. This one's called a Kang squat. So we're going to start in a hinge and then pull your bottom down, chest high. Okay, hips back, hips forward. I'll show you from this angle one more time if you want to see it. This one's a little bit more confusing. So we still keep our back neutral, hinge, and then pull yourself down into a squat. Unhinge till you feel your hamstrings, hips forward. So I want you to get this motion down because we're going to do it as part of our conditioning today. So notice the whole time that my back stays nice and flat. Same thing I was just talking about is I'm not rounding forward into that flexion position. And the differentiation we want to feel here is load in my hamstrings and then load in my quads as I go into that squat. Back to my hamstrings, finish with those glutes forward. Let's get two more good ones in. Like I said, I want you to get that movement pattern down because we're going to use it today and we're going to be somewhat fast paced with it. Up tall, forward lunge for me. Get those legs nice and warmed up. Our first little circuit here, we're going to be hitting them pretty hard. Same thing in that lunge. I want that knee to track more towards my pinky toe, not letting it collapse inwards, okay? Call that a valgus fault. And in our squats, lunges, we do not want to see that, okay? Helps keeps our glutes more engaged. I should be pressing through my heel. All right, nice and wide on our mat here. We're gonna go back and forth from a lateral lunge. So I wanna try and move my hips straight across. I'm not coming up and down with my shoulders until I get this straight leg all the way to where I feel a stretch through my adductors, so my inner thigh muscles. So moving back and forth, little hip mobility drill for us here. Good. Shoulders stay nice and squared. This is one I probably need to do more often. Okay, and now we're going to combine that one. So you're going to lunge, press off that leg, come forward. So a little bit more explosive motion. Okay, get a couple more, and then we'll switch over to the other side. Two more. Land nice and soft. Absorb through that knee as it drives out wide. Good. Other side. Okay. Lateral lunge. And if you can, as you press off, just come into a single leg balance. So I'm trying to get you guys prepped for a bunch of movements or all the movements that we're doing later on in the workout. So like I said, just a little bit slower version of these before we pick up our pace. So you can get the movement patterns down, and then everything looks nice, crisp, and clean for the actual workout. Okay, last standing one here is you're gonna go a standing bicycle. So think about as you rotate, you're squeezing that standing glute forward. I'm getting my obliques to turn on a little bit here as I compress that rib cage over and across. And I'll give you guys a second after I warm up to grab water. Okay, I do have some music on. I won't put it any louder, but if it is distracting from me giving you cues here, I don't want that. Good, let's go to the ground. Got a couple movements on the ground. Same movement we were just doing, that bicycle, but now we're gonna do it on the ground and pretend like you still had to stand on that extended leg. So it's getting nice and straight as you push it out in front of you. Again, rotating over, bringing more of my pec over to my knee, not just my elbow. Lifting that shoulder blade off the ground. Okay, from there, plant the heels next to your bum and then go for a little glute bridge here. So again, we're keeping that spine neutral as I come up. Try not to let your rib cage flare open at the top. So squeezing that bum, a little bit of contraction through my hamstrings as well. So that I want my bum squeezed up towards the ceiling, and then think about kind of pulling your knee closer to your hip. So we're contracting that hamstring there. Okay. And then real quick, just because I'm down here, I want you to progress into the deck squat. So the deck squat is a more explosive movement we're going to do today, so we can practice just a couple of them here. So I'm going to use momentum. I'm going to rock back, rock forward, and eventually stand up tall. So let's get a couple of these real slow in. So again, as I rock forward, I can push in with my hand. Last part of our little warm up there. You need water before we get going. Like I said, we're hitting it hard today. We are not doing our typical strength. So rest is going to be at a minimum. First set here is we're working on 30-second intervals apiece. So we're going to go back to these little skater plyos, okay? So this one, I don't really care about your range of motion on the mat. Stay low, be quick with your feet. Second motion, that's where I want you to get all the way across your mat with your lateral jump, and then you're going 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 high knees. So inside leg to the mat is always going to be our lifted leg. We go over lateral hop, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back over. 30 seconds to each of those, and then we're going into a 30-second squat hold, and then finish with 30 seconds of rest. Okay, let's get geared up, guys. We're gonna jump right on in. Like I said, we're gonna keep that body in motion today. 30-second skaters, 30 seconds, that lateral hop to 4 high knees, 30-second hold, 30 seconds rest. All right, we're doing it, guys. You got less than 10 seconds to get yourself ready. Okay, I'm gonna start my watch here in 3, 2, and here we go, okay? Nice and low. We're gonna bring that back foot behind, but ideally I don't want you to set down on it. So a little bit of a theme here besides cardio is we have quite a few balance movements with us today, okay? Nice and low. I still want you to reach just outside that foot, okay? Let's do it. Round 1, 3, 2, and good, okay? Lateral hop, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lateral hop, 1, 2, 4. And don't cheat yourself, okay? Get those knees up nice and high every single time. And this one should be all gas pedal, okay? First 2 should be all gas pedal. We got a static hold and rest after it. So that's time for that heart rate, respiratory rate to come down. 2, 3, 4, sink down, okay? 30 seconds. And our hold here. Okay, so again, hold right into rest. It's time for us to start controlling that breathing, bring it back down, getting ready. Like I said, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal on those first two motions. 10 seconds. Stay down here. Make those quads work, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Good. So you have 30 seconds. Shake it out. Might feel like a lot of time on round number 1. These are going to catch up, okay? It's going to get a little bit harder as long as you're pushing it, okay? On those first two motions. 10 seconds here. 10 seconds. Fix my mat. You should be ready to go right when I say 3, 2, and here we go. Nice and low on those skaters. Good, good, good. Again, we should be moving. We should be moving. That heart rate needs to get high on these first two, or this is not going to be effective. Okay? Reach outside that foot. Reach outside that foot. Again, you need to take it up half your mat on the jumps. Okay? Lateral hop, big one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. Keep that chest tall. Get all the way over to the other side of that mat. Great feet. Balls of your feet. Stand up on those toes. Get that last one in. Squat hold. Okay, nice and low. Fight the urge to collapse. That tripod position. Don't put your elbows on your knees. Again, just like me, breathing in your ears right now. Your heart rate should be high. Trying to bring it all back down, okay? We're almost through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Here, guys. Quick shakeout. If I didn't tell you, I got 6 total, okay? These are gonna get harder as the rounds go on, okay? As you fatigue, but stick with it. Go, 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 go on those first two motions, okay? Under 10. Nice and low on our skaters. Ready, set, and here we go, guys. Here we go. Whose triceps and back are sore from Monday? I hope so. Okay, get that foot back behind. So we should be feeling our outside of our hip, our glute working on this one. I want you to start counting how many reps you get on this motion and try to emulate it each round. Ready, set, switch it up. Hop. 1, 3, 4. Over. 1, 2, 4. Inside leg always finishes up. Get that rhythm down, okay? Third round, you should have it by now. 2, 3. First 1 or 2, we get the movements down. Now we're moving. 5. Get another one in. 2, 4. Good. Sink down. Chest tall, butt down. Okay? Standard we like is hip crease at or below knee level. Mary, you better be down there. 15 seconds, halfway through it, guys. Here we go. Almost brings us to our halfway mark of this first one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Good. Shake it out. You're already halfway through our first little circuit, everybody. Let's see who's with us here. People have been hopping in and out. Mary's here, Kim's here, Denise is here. Seconds. 10 seconds. I'm not giving you guys much time to chat on here. 3, 2, and here we go, guys. Nice and low. Again, I want you to get that foot back behind you And ideally, you are not setting it down. Nice and light on those feet, okay? Nice and light. Again, if you can count your round and try and get as many as you did this round for the next two. It's awesome. 3, 2, good. Lateral hop. 1, 2, 3, 4 high knees. Get over to that mat, okay? If you can get past it without slipping on a wooden floor or something like that, do so. 1, 2, 3. And then absorb as you come down, okay? Explode, absorb. This one's starting to catch up. Let's go, guys. 3, 4, good. Sink on down. Nice and low in our squats, okay? Butt to grass. Butt to grass. Without rounding your spine, though, okay? As low as you can go without compensating in ways we don't want, okay? Mary, get your knees off, elbows off your knees. 3, 2, 1, up. Shake it out, guys. 4 down, 2 to go. Over the hump on hump day. We're moving today. We're moving. The Don Quixote makes me feel pretty light. Mary's busted. I knew she had her elbows on her knees. She was just showing all you guys what not to do. So Mary, thanks for doing that. Now nobody else is allowed to go. Ready, set, here we go, guys. Low here. Low, get across. Get across. And even though my shoulders and chest are somewhat low on this motion, I'm still keeping a little tension in those spinal erectors, those back straps. So I move evenly across. So my chest shouldn't be dropping all that much as I do these quick hits. 3, 2, good, okay? Over. 1, 2, 3, over. Come on, get those knees up. Don't cut it short. 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Inside knee is our lifter leg as we go back and forth. 1, 2, 4, and over. Sink down. Hold. All right. Mary showed you guys not what to do. None of this. No resting down, no collapsing. Make this hard. Mindset on that 30 seconds of rest coming next. Halfway. 15 seconds. 10. Stay down there. Don't cut it short. Don't come up till I say. 3, 2, 1, up. Nice work, everybody. One more round. One more round. And you're done with our first little circuit. Starting to catch up for me. Getting sweaty. Getting sweaty. 10 seconds. Last round coming at you guys. 3, 2, and here we go. Here we go. Get as many as you can. Last round to hit it hard. We'll give you some legitimate rest before our next circuit, okay? So put it all out there. Finish strong. Come on. Back foot goes behind. Nice and light. 3, 2, good. Get over. Back, big lateral hop. 4 steps. 1, 2. Same thing. Accelerate on this last one. Be quick with those feet. Get those knees all the way up to 90 though. Should look like an Olympic speed skate. Shouldn't be able to see you as you hop over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over. Sink down. Hold. Drive those knees out, okay? Hold some tension in your belly. 20 seconds, okay? Get through this. I promise you, more rest in between, okay? You only got 10 seconds. Bring those elbows off your knees. Don't cheat. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on up. Yeah, guys. Nice work. Catch your breath. Get a little water. So, intervals on that one are 30 seconds followed by our rest. Next one, we are going to be in a traditional Tabata, so our 20 on, 10 off sequences. But you are on rest, towel break, whatever you need right at the moment. If you guys are hopping in the middle of a live workout, you can start right now, okay? There's no big loading. You can use the first round for a warm-up. I'm gonna set my timers up here, and we won't spend too much more time wasting. Okay. Let's go over movements. 4 different movements. 20 on, 10 off. First motion here is that most complicated. So I'm going back to that deck squat. I tried to break it down for you a little bit. So here we're going into our squat, okay? Using the momentum of my legs and then my arms forward. If you are having a really hard time getting up out of this, if you hold a little weight out in front of you, cast iron pan, jug of water, okay, you still bring it behind you, but then as you come up, you shoot it out in front, and that'll give you some more momentum. If you cannot do that movement whatsoever, go to a burpee, okay, with no push-up, okay? So just the plank position, deck squat or burpee on that first one, okay? Next one, we got our king squat. Again, another motion that I went over with doing that beginning. Hinge, bum down, bum high, and forward. So from this angle, hinge, bum down, bum back, bum forward. Okay, so again, trying to keep my back neutral that whole time. Next one is going to be similar combination of our first one. So it's squat, pull that knee over, squat, pull that knee over. Okay, so like I said, we're going to get quite a bit of balance, single leg work here. Lastly, you are on the mat, some I call a dead bug crunch, okay? So T position, pull your knees into your chest, okay? A little abdominal movement for us. 4 different movements. Deck squat, Kang squat, squat to balance, and then our dead bug crunch, okay? Let's get you guys rolling. 20 on, 10 off. If you couldn't tell, we have lots of squats today. There's a plan. We're hitting those quads pretty hard, okay? Let's do it. 3, 2, here we go. Jumping back in. Keep those bodies in motion today, okay? Use that momentum coming up. Again, you can use a weight here if you need for that extra momentum. You can go to the burpees if it doesn't work and rest. Okay, king squat, hinge squat, unhinge, come up tall. Ready, set, and go. So key to this one is you should feel your hamstrings at 2 different points. Okay, so when you first hinge, you feel your hamstrings, and then when you press your bum up high, feel your hamstrings again. 3, 2, good. Okay, squat to single leg balance. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and go for it. Squat, press up, float down, and that next squat, and rotate sides. Okay, squat, press, pull that knee up nice and high, just like we were doing our high knees on that first motion. 3, 2, good. To the mat, little dead bug crunches for us here. Pulling knees to chest, When you extend, ideally keep those feet slightly off the ground. So I'm always having a constant state of tension in my abdominals. And this one, as I planned it, should be a little less or a little bit easier than our first circuit. 3, 2, good. So you can stay down here if you can start the deck squat from this position. Sometimes you need to come up tall to get that momentum. Okay, ready, set, and go for it. Come up, stay on that mat. It should be a really smooth transition. You should be rounding that back as you go and up. Okay, exhale as you roll up. Inhale as you're going back down. Get that last one in. Up tall, king squats. I'm gonna face you guys on this one. So you should not be dying like that first sec. Should keep your heart rate up. Okay, hinge, pull your squat, unhinge. Think about keeping that back neutral the whole time. And this is definitely one of our bigger hamstring exercises where we do have a lot of quad dominance going on. Okay, last one, up tall, squat to single leg balance. Squat to single leg balance, okay? 3, 2, good. And the other thing is, if you're waiting a second or two to get into that motion, also not gonna get as much out of today. Come on, keep that squat going. Keep that squat going. 3, 2, good. To the mat, dead bug crunch. Arms extended, hands at a T, ready, set, and go for it. Extend, crunch under, extend, crunch under. Finishing our second round here. It's only 20 seconds. You should be able to work all the way through that interval. Good. Okay, rest. Again, if you need to come up tall, we're going to the deck squats or burpees here. You could even alternate these each round if you wanted. 3, 2, here we go. Use that momentum. And again, carrying your arms forward will also help. Nice smooth transition. It should be a roll onto your back. If you've done the hollow rocks with me, it should be just like that. Come up. Good. Back to our king squat. Hinge, bottom down, chest high. Ready, set, and go. Hinge and through. And hopefully I'm doing a good job of demoing that nice neutral or flat back. Doing my best not to round forward. Okay, squat to leg press, or leg hold, I should say. Don't waste your time. 3, 2, and go. Squat, balance. Float back through into that next squat. Okay, don't ever go to stiff legs as you transition. Only time you straighten that leg is when you're balancing. So really try and float back in. Like you were a boxer, ducking punches. Okay, on your backs. 3, 2, and dead bug crunch. Just go for it. Extend those legs. You start to feel this in your low back. Control how much you extend your legs. Okay, so I can keep my knees somewhat quiet and just come up with my upper body, and that'll help stay out of that low back. Okay, probably a little bit harder even. All right, I'm going burpees on this round. You guys are still on deck squats if they're working for you. 3, 2, go for it. And like I said, I don't want a push up on the burpees if you're doing those. So if you've been doing those for the first 3 rounds, you get extra credit for the day. Okay, don't let those hips drop below so as to not impinge that low back. Good, king squats. Let's go, guys. I'm coming in. Hinge and squat. Hinge, bottom down, chest high, and through. So you may find if it's really hard to bring your chest up tall into the squat, you might be tight in your thoracic spine, your upper back. 3, 2, good. So the series that we did the other day would probably be great for you. Or maybe in our Pilates session tomorrow, the lovely ladies will do some shoulder and thoracic mobility for us. Who knows? If they don't, I'll do it on Friday. How about that? No pressure on anybody. Squat, balance to that leg. 3, 2, good. Dead bug crunches. Ready, set, and go for it. Exhale as you pull in. Again, that is going into your low back. Control how much you extend your legs. 5 seconds. 3, 2, good. Deck squats, I'm starting on the ground. You don't need to by any means if you like more momentum. You got 2 more times through it. Ready, set, and go. Woo, almost didn't get out of that one. Got cocky. Smooth transition. Roll on the back. Get those arms out in front. 3, 2, good. King squat. Feeling those hamstrings, feeling the quads. Feet just outside your hips. And again, with this, you can move with a little bit more speed as long as you're not collapsing those shoulders forward. So this one's kind of sneaky. You'll probably feel a little bit in your hamstrings tomorrow. Good. Squat to balance. Doing great, guys. Finishing this Tabata, and we have a little glute specific work. Ready, set, go for it. Float into that next rep, okay? When you plant your foot down, try and make it equidistant every single time. So you're not getting wider or narrow as you transition to side or side to side. 3, 2, okay. On the mat, crunches. Almost through it. Almost through it. Ready, set, and go. Got one more round right after we finish our last movement, our dead bug crunch here of this round. 3, 2, good. Come on up. Burpees, deck squats, 1 of each. 4 movements. I'm gonna go back to our burpees. Ready, set, go for it. And hit this last round hard. Leave it all out on the line. Our glute work is going to be necessary, but pretty low heart rate stuff. 3, 2, good. King squats. Got a minute of work, guys. Almost through it. Hinge, drop over, get those hamstrings tight, butt down, chest high. Remember, as you come up, you should feel that time where your hamstrings get reloaded, okay? Hamstrings tighten up 2 different times through this motion. 3, 2, good. Squat to balance. 40 seconds of work. Almost through it. Getting tired. Ready, set, go for it. Squat, balance. Float back in. Squat, balance. Almost there. Okay, 30 seconds of work. 10 more here, and then our final movement. 3, 2, good. On the mat, dead bug crunches. Last 20 seconds, everybody. Ready, set, and go for it. Exhale as those knees come in. Almost there. Almost there. 3, 2, and rest. Good. Another good chance to get some water. Like I said, we're finishing with some glute work on the mat. Okay, we'll give you guys a quick minute here. Get yourself settled, and we'll jump right back in. Like I said, on the mat, we're going to start on all fours. We'll get a little stretching in here as well in between our rounds, okay? So, first one is called a bird dog, and you're going to do all four of these movements on one side. So I'm going to start left glute or left hip is going to be my focus. So first one, I'm going to reach left leg, right arm, come through and round the spine. So a little abdominal crunch here. You guys can hop right in if you haven't already. I'll talk you through these one at a time. We're going 8 reps a piece. So I got 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, plant that leg. Now you're going for a fire hydrant. So raising that hip straight out towards the side without trying to twist your hips. Okay, if you feel like your left hip or whatever hip you're raising is getting up too high, limit your range of motion a little bit. Got 2 more and 8. Okay, now toe flex towards your shin and push that knee straight up towards the ceiling for 8 reps. I get the sweat out of my eyes. Okay, straight up towards the ceiling. That's 4. Got 4 more. Again, the more you push up, the more you should feel that glute squeeze. Try not to overarch your back here, okay? Keep that quiet. Last 2. Good. Flip over. That same leg should be planted, so still my left side. Bring your right leg up into tabletop. And last one here is you're going 8 glute bridges. So that glute should be fatigued by the end of this. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome, guys. Okay, back to all fours. Now I'm isolating the opposite leg, which is my right. So starting with our bird dogs, let's go ahead right into it. Reach tall, come through. So I should be able to draw a somewhat straight line from my knee or heel, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, all the way through. Got 3 more. So reach with that foot. Last one. Good, okay. Plant that hand. Now our fire hydrants. They're called fire hydrants, just like a dog picking up its leg, peeing on a fire hydrant. I know it feels a little silly. Luckily, I'm the only person that people could see, so I'll look like the silly one. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, toe flex towards your shin, and then press straight up into the sky. Okay, and as you press, don't do so without really arching your back. Okay, again, keep that quiet. 6, 7. Last one. Okay, flip on over onto your back. Right leg is still planted, or the leg that you've been working on. Left leg up in tabletop, and press up. Hips should be up towards the ceiling. Again, nice straight line from your knee to your shoulder at the top of this. Got 3 more. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's break that up with a little groin stretch. So we're going to do a little butterfly stretch. So sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and pull your feet in, and then let those feet drop towards the ground. So like I said, a little groin stretch for us today. And just relax into this. Like a little bit of pulse if you can tolerate it. And let those knees fall to the ground. You guys are almost done for the day. Again, like I've been saying, we are alternating these workouts. So tomorrow you can find Core Pilates JH for a Pilates class. Could be a great supplement to this one. All right. Okay, a couple more little pulses. Still in this groin, this butterfly stretch. We're going to go back to our glute sequence. Grab one more quick sip of water. Jen says it's a good one. Jen, you better be doing your homework right now. All right. So back to all fours. We're going to do one more round. So starting with my left leg, right arm reaching, should be creating a diagonal across your body. Get a nice straight line as you reach back. 8 reps apiece. Reach that hand tall too. Bicep should be by your ear. Good. Okay, plant that hand. Fire hydrant opening up. So you should feel that glute med engage. If you've ever done a clamshell, it's essentially a very similar motion. Okay, so don't twist that hip. Keep them quiet. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, toe flex towards your shin. Don't arch your back. Just pull through that glute. A little bit of hamstring contraction for us as well. 6. Got 2 more. 7 and 8. Okay, flip on over. Same leg that was just doing the work. You got one more movement on it. 8, hips up to the ceiling. 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. Okay. Back over, opposite side. My right leg. Reach with my left arm for the first bird dog. Straight line. Come through. Compress that belly. Like I said, we should get a little abdominal crunch, a little extra credit. I do want you to round your back there as your elbow comes to your knee. Nice and slow. Generate that tension and slowly release it. We're going 8 here. Got 2 more. And 8. Okay, toe flex towards your shin. And that kick high into the ceiling. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Flip over. Last one. Same leg planted. My left leg's up in tabletop. My right leg's still doing the work. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome, guys. If you want to go back into our butterfly stretch, hang, relax for a little bit, I am going to sign off. You guys are awesome for joining. If you were in Jackson, sorry about the weather. It's kind of gross, but keep on joining in. Looks like we're still isolated for a little while, so we'll keep these going. Like I said, if you need a Pilates class, 11 o'clock live tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye.